Hi folks, Bob Krebs, Sales Manager with Pure Pursuit Automotive again with our beautiful 2013 Audi RS5. I'm going to give you a little bit of a cockpit tour before we take it on a test drive this evening. And we're going to go ahead and start first with the fact that this cockpit of this vehicle, the front here, passenger and driver area, is really ergonomically correct and set for a driver. It's kind of canted toward the driver here so that everything is within easy reach, both from the center console here, the lower console, and of course the steering wheel, which has several different functions on it as well. So it's got the little flat section at the bottom here so that when you're driving and you're kind of in a rest position, you can put both of your hands here, and yet it's got a lot of control down here in that flat area. Leaves that for you. Of course, you got the extra wide grips here. Perfect for gripping at 10 and 2 position, driving position, if that's what you so desire. We'll go ahead and start from the left side here. The vehicle has pretty much all typical accoutrements, if you will. For opening the windows, it's got your power windows here. You got your mirror controls for both the driver's side and the passenger side that can be operated by the driver. Got your lock and unlock feature. And then you got your memory here for the seat, which means that the driver or a passenger or a third person can set their seat in any position they want. For the driver, let's say if all of a sudden here is their position that they like and they're most comfortable in, they can set that at number 1 and it remembers that. So forth and so on for a second person and a third person. So that way it doesn't have to be readjusted each time. Got your trunk release from inside here too, and inside speaker here. Got your automatic light controls here. I like to leave them on automatic, obviously, so that way you don't ever have to worry about turning them on, off, parking, etc. That you control from there. And then from the left side here, you've got on your dash array, you've got the temperature of the vehicle here, tachometer, which you can see. Center console gives you some information on both the vehicle to mile per hour, your mileage, current temperature outside, and of course the gear you're in. And if you want, the date and the time. Then you've got your speedometer here going up to 200 miles per hour. And then the fuel gauge, letting you know how much fuel you've got. Center console, we start off here with the information center that we've got, which is MMI, a multimedia information system that is prevalent with Audis. And what I love also about this is it's got the unique 3D feature to the mapping system you've got here as well. So it gives you a little bit of an idea of what things look like, kind of in 3D, even mimicking the building sizes and whatnot. So, and of course, once you've got this center here, you've got a control down here that enables you to be able to move different locations. In here you can go to within 100 yards, 200 yards, or out half mile all the way basically up to orbit if you'd like and so desire. It's much easier if you keep it down to the square block though. Moving on to the different functions here, let's go ahead and flip to the radio function. You've got several different methods you can utilize here. You can either use the steering wheel here to control the volume and of course the station itself as well, or you can use the manual control down here to control the volume or control the radio channel that you're going to, and of course moving it up and down to whatever station you want. The media center again going here, it's got several different types of functions that you can operate the Bluetooth from. It's got map settings, it's got information settings on the car as well that you can go to. Vehicle settings here, this is a really great part where it gives you the different drive selects for Audi. You got your comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual. And of course, as you move to each of these, you can select these and it gives you the ride that you want, the particular fit and ride that you want from the shocks and the vehicle and the undercarriage of the vehicle. So really unique. And of course, you can set that to your own individual likings or someone else in the vehicle, how they wanted to drive it. So the next MMI selection here gives you all of these. So you can go from the vehicle to the telephone, Bluetooth, the information center, of course the navigation we had on earlier, media, which includes radio, stereo, CD, DVD, the radio itself again, and of course you can set the tones of the songs you're listening to all the way from the balance, treble, bass, and of course your Bang & Olufsen system here, the best in my opinion. So that gives you an idea of pretty much how that works. And of course you have your Bluetooth selection here, and I always try to leave it back on navigation as you're driving. So we'll go ahead and go here. Of course, this is your multimedia center here. This is where the DVD and the CDs go right here, and you can open that from here, eject as needed. And then you have the climate control system here, which gives you controls for both the driver and the passenger to control the temperature on either side individually. If someone on this side's a little too hot, they can cool it down. If someone over here, vice versa, a little too hot or too cold, they can control that over here. You can also control the fan speed over here as well, whether it's all the way on low or all the way up on high, desiring whatever speed you wish. And of course you can recirculate the air in the vehicle as well. You got an area up here that if you so desire, you can utilize that for cigarettes or cigars, lighting them. You've got a lighter here as well, or you can use that as a 12-volt adapter for any type of electronic equipment that you've got. Center console here, real ergonomically designed shifter knob here for putting it into park, reverse, neutral, drive, and of course sport mode if you desire. And we'll talk a little bit about sport mode here in a little bit and how it works in conjunction with the paddle shifter. So we'll go ahead and put that back in park. And of course, once you're in park, always remember to set your parking brake. Here's your parking brake here. You pull that up to set it and touch your brake. And then to take it off, you touch the brake and go ahead and release that as well. Your start and your stop is right here also. One touch, it's on. To start again, foot on the brake, quick touch, fires right up. And of course, as we were talking a little bit earlier, your multimedia center, information center knob here, which is real ergonomically placed right here in the center, easy to get to. And I love the carbon fiber here accenting that you got both here and a couple of other places on the vehicle and on the sides of the doors here. Center here, you got some area for some extra sets of keys or a telephone here. And of course, you got some beverage spaces here for both a smaller one and a larger beverage. And then you got a center console here that opens up so that you can place some items in here, and it's also got a 12-volt adapter here also. And of course, the other unique thing is that you can control the rear spoiler from here. When you're driving, the spoiler automatically comes on at 70 miles per hour, but if you desire to have it on before then to impress all your friends and family, you can go ahead and turn it on from here, and it will raise or lower it from the inside of the vehicle, however you desire. So, moving to the center and top of the vehicle here, you've got the tilting sunroof here. And with just one press of this, you can go ahead and have that pop open for you. And what it does is it raises up here so you can get some air in here. It's got a little bit of tinting to it as well. And if you decide to get a little bit less sunlight in here, you can just go ahead and pull this across like so. And of course, you can see that's a real thin screen as well, but it does block out a lot of sunlight or any other ultraviolet rays that are coming through. Your mirror here indicates which direction you're heading in, and of course you've also got an interior light here for the passengers and drivers, and of course you can turn that on and off here as well. Kind of like airline lights. So, all right, since we've already talked about the cockpit here, we'll go ahead and take this thing out for a test drive now, my favorite part of the night.